Good day, dear people of the world. I trust that you're okay. Thank you for joining me. For this presentation, I want to focus on the roller coaster of emotions that our dear sister would be going through, have gone through, is going through, and will be made to go through until her dear son is reunited with her. I don't know how she's faring, how she was able to go through this whole situation since April of 2019 when testimony vanished. I believe that precious woman would have wept night after night, called on God, called on everything she believes in. She would have soaked her pillow with bitter tears, if only those were enough to make her child appear. I'm sure we will have baby testimony by now, and none of us would be involved with this case. The feeling of disbelief when the event initially occurred, the feeling of shock, like this is not happening, this is a joke. He's coming back, maybe tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, and days became weeks. Weeks turned into months, and months have turned into years, and we are still counting. The feeling of disappointment, probably in herself. I can imagine how often that poor woman would be beating up herself, feeling of regret as well, asking herself, why did she go there? Why did she not just take her children and leave after remaining there for a few days or a few weeks when she still had baby testimony? The feeling of carelessness, being reckless, to have not seen. Because mothers, they say, do sometimes have that feeling of what's to come, what's going to happen. She would be wondering, how did I not see this coming? The feeling of, it's my fault, self-blame. We remember that it wasn't testimony, baby testimony. He was only 2 years plus, who was sent to go show the women who came to pretend they wanted to buy an item. It was his brother who was sent. But because they're the two youngest, they were closer to each other. And of course, baby testimony was used to going with him everywhere. So he cried to go to tag along with his brother, his favorite brother. And of course, his mother gave in because she said she was on her way to the mountain. So that feeling of, I was careless, I shouldn't have let them go. The feeling of betrayal. Betrayal abandonment, isolation, neglected. All of these, because she would feel that, given the fact that the very man for whom she had those children is standing today with the enemies. He is in bed with those who abducted her child. He left her. He has come out to say all manners of appalling things. All these feelings that she's made to go through every day. The feeling of being helpless. She's with her physical state, she doesn't feel helpless because that woman is stronger than majority of women around the world who abandon their family. But she has stood with her children. She worked and she did business as well to cater for her home. But that feeling comes because that's what's been thrown at her. Feeling helpless. That loneliness. I wonder how often she would go thinking about her mother, that if only my mother was here, she would stand for me, with me, on this journey. But thank God who has raised mothers around the world to stand by with her. Raise mothers to hold her hand and prop her up, make her stand with her shoulders high, straight, head up, assuring her that she's not alone. And she's not alone. We are all right here. All those feelings are legitimate. I know they are not easy because as a human being, I have been through situations that almost had me broken, destroyed. But by the mercies and the grace of God, here I am today, still standing with my head held high to the disappointment of all who thought it's over for her. So will be your testimony, my dear Ruth, Matthew. Your testimony is sure. Your baby is called testimony for a reason, because the testimony, when it arrives, it will shock the world. Do not give up on yourself. Never give up on him. We stand right here with you. We may not speak one-on-one. We may never see eye to eye physically, but I see you. God sees you, and I see you through God. So dearly beloved, let me encourage you. Let the emotions flow. Whatever emotion you're going through at any time, you are okay to let it flow. In your secret closet, however you feel, just be yourself. Never let anything stop you from expressing yourself. But one thing I will encourage you to not ever do is allow the enemies, those predators, those ruthless agents of Satan, whenever they call or text you or message you, never let them see your weak side. Continue to present to them the strong, brave, courageous, mighty woman that you are, which they will never be. Never let them see you weak, because we all understand and totally see the great woman God made you to be. You may have physical deformity, but that doesn't deform you in any other way of your life. I am so glad that you do know that, because I have heard you say that. So dearly beloved, Precious Sister Ruth Matthew. Be yourself. Let God continue to guide you. Stand tall. Lift your head high. Be there for the other boys because they need their mother. They cannot afford to lose their brother and not have their mother with them. Thank you for being a great mother. God bless you, dearly beloved.